As negotiations between goods transporters and government departments continue on Tuesday to end a nationwide strike on its 10th day, industrialists warned that the shutdown was inflicting billions of rupees in losses on trade and exports with each passing day. Transporters said talks were underway with officials from the federal and the Punjab governments, as well as the ministries of ports and shipping and communication, the motorway police, the National Highway Authority, and the senior officials from the Federal Board of Revenue and Customs. They said both the federal and Punjab governments had acknowledged the legitimacy of their demands. Officials said negotiations continued late into the night and were ongoing to press. Earlier, transporters reiterated that the strike would remain in place until their demands were accepted. The Transporters Goods Association told a Sindh government committee in Karachi that operations would not resume unless issues outlined in the Charter of Demand were addressed, including designated parking areas for good carriers near Karachi Port Trust and matters relating to licensing and the operations of 25-year-old to 30-year-old vehicles. Industry representatives warned that the prolonged shutdown had paralyzed port operations and disrupted the national supply chain. The Pakistan Hoisery Manufacturers and Exporters Association said the strike had brought exports and imports close to a standstill, leaving thousands of containers stranded at ports and hundreds waiting offshore for berthing space. Exporters said delays were forcing them to consider costly air shipments to meet delivery deadlines, warning that the continued disruption could cause long-term damage to the economy. Pakistan's average daily exports were estimated at $92 million, with the textile sector accounting for more than half of that. Business bodies including the Federation of Pakistan Chambers of Commerce and Industry and the Karangi Association of Trade and Industry said the imported goods were stuck at ports while exporters were unable to dispatch consignments, adding to pressures from high energy costs, elevated interest rates, and weak demand. Export-oriented sectors such as leather garments also reported operational difficulties, noting while road safety and regulatory reforms were necessary, the abrupt halt in freight movement had severely affected production and delivery. The strike had also begun to disrupt the supply of essential medicines across the country. Industry representatives said pharmaceutical products manufactured in Karachi and Lahore were failing to reach other regions, leading to shortages in several cities and towns. Stocks of medicine used to treat diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, and mental health conditions were reported to be running low, with demand rising amid a flu outbreak. Manufacturers said some factories had slowed or halted production as warehouses filled up and raw materials could not be transported. Balochistan was reported to be the worst affected province, with around 80% of its medicine supplied from Karachi. Shortages were reported in Quetta and other towns as transport services remained suspended.